All right, everybody. I got Kyle Paulson on the phone from Columbus, Wisconsin, and he had one heck of a Father's Day yesterday in Edgerton, Wisconsin, and he drove his dad's pulling tractor for the very first time, the Deere Addiction 466 Hot Farm. And not only did he drive it for the first time, he won the class. So, Kyle, tell us about tell us how you're feeling right now. I'd be going through the roof.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I've finally come down from cloud nine after that one. I was super nervous before the poll, and I guess I actually it seemed like I was still nervous after for some reason, but definitely had a lot of butterflies for that one.
Yep, absolutely. So, how long has your dad been pulling tractors?
He's been pulling since 2010.
Okay.
His first year he took the tractor out,
So
and
you
he's been
so the last 6 years that you've been around a tractor a lot, right?
oh yeah, definitely been the last 2 or 3 years I've been helping a lot with it, had it torn apart with him and wrenching on it quite a bit.
Good. So how old are you, Kyle?
I'm only 16 years old.
Awesome. So that's going to be a good story for when you go back to school this fall, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, that your dad's
Um,
tractor is obviously, it's been a repetitive, back to back Badger State points champion. So you got a good piece of equipment there, but you still got to jump on it and drive it. What kind of advice did your dad give you?
he just told me to be like smooth and yet fast on the clutch because starting line, you needed to be off the clutch early or else you wouldn't get that speed built up. And for a first time driver, that's not exactly what you want to hear. You want to be nice and easy on it, but once I built up the RPMs, the clutch was pushing on me, and just kind of started to let it go. And before I knew it, I was fully off of the clutch, and away I went, I guess.
Did it go pretty straight, or did you have to hit a brake? Or
No, never got on the brakes. Got over towards the left side of the track, and I wanted to end up around right of center. So she got up in the air a little bit, and when she landed, I had the wheel just a little bit turned, and it seemed to work out perfectly the way that it did, and kind of steered itself to that angle where I wanted to be at the end of the track.
there were 14 tractors in your class yesterday, I know, and it looks like you won by about a foot over Lee Ruff. Is that right? I was looking at the website.
Yep, yep. That's I didn't realize how far Lee had went. The only thing I was nervous about was getting down the track with the tractor, and everybody was cheering pretty loud, and I guess, or the flag man actually came up to me and gave me the finger, telling me that I was in first place, and my eyes about bugged out of my head because I couldn't believe it. I was just happy to make the run. So
Absolutely. Did you what so like did you have a later hook in the class, or did you get to watch a bunch of tractors ahead of you, or where'd you hook in the
I drew
class out of 14?
I drew a 800 number and
Okay.
ended up being ninth out of
Okay.
14.
All right, that
So
makes
I
sense.
mean, what's that?
That makes sense. Yep.
Yep. And I got to watch quite a few go down the track, and kind of Dad talked to me about um about looking at a spot in the track, and all sorts of little stuff that you got to do before you just hop on there. So
Awesome. Well, no, that's really really neat. Was any of your other family there, or was it just you and dad?
actually, a ton of people were there. My grandparents from both sides of the family were there. Uh, One of my grandpa's sisters and my mom's sister, and it seemed like over half the family was there to watch. So I mean, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all for your first time ever driving a pulling tractor. Did uh
Yeah.
did you know you were driving? Like, did you know yesterday was the day?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was it was probably even before the season had started. We kind of picked Edgerton to be the pole that I'd make my first pass, and uh, I knew about it for a long time, so I got to think about it and worry about it plenty long before it actually happened. So
Awesome. No, it's a testament to your dad's hard work with the tractor, and you've been paying attention all these years, and kudos to you. So really really happy for you, and I just thought it was a really neat story that first time ever driving a pulling tractor gets to win in a Badger State Hot Farm class, and how hard it is to get a win in Badger State Hot Farm. It took me over a year with my Hot Farm tractor, and you did it the first time out right away. So I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to get you on the phone, and it's so good for the sport too, Kyle, to have
oh yeah.
young people like yourself getting in the driver's seat. Because are you hooked now? Are you hooked forever?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hooked forever, and I'd really like to thank all the pullers, especially from our class. who have congratulated me and came out and talked to me, and just said, just awesome job. And it's really cool to, I've talked to them before, but now as a puller, it's pretty neat to be able to have guys that have been pulling for more than 10, 20, 30 years and come up and congratulate you. So.
Yep, and then and don't get too cocky, Kyle, because like Dave Baker, he won in Mackville Saturday night, and I think he got last in Deerfield. You can go from the top to the bottom pretty fast with that many competitive tractors in Badger State. So.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad with the top 5 because then at least I can improve. But now the only way I can go is down. So
or just keep winning.
Sides.
Just keep winning,
Yep.
Kyle.
Oh yeah.
Just keep winning. Nope. You're a fine young man. You got a great family, and you're very blessed. And I know you understand that. And one last question I have for you is: do you have any advice, any out there for any other young pullers that might be taking their first ride this year that are listening to this podcast?
I guess what I can say is that, just of course you're going to be nervous about it, but when you get backed up to that sled and you're building up the RPMs, it kind of falls into place. Once you're actually going down the track, and it's all a blur after you get off that clutch. I mean, it's so quick from the time you get off the clutch to the time you're out of the throttle and back onto it, back and up to the sled to get unhooked. It goes really fast, and not that it's not fun, because it really is. It's an adrenaline rush, but when that adrenaline takes over, it just kind of falls into place. So don't be too worried about your first time driving.
Awesome. Well, Kyle, again, congratulations, and we'll see you at a Badger State Hook soon. Thanks for everything, bud.
Yep. Thank you, Jason.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too.
It's really hard because you're nervous, number one. And number two, what you've been watching and what you've been doing for years. I'm not saying it can't be done, and you'll probably do it. But it's not easy. So this is a tough deal for the first time for Kyle. But I got faith in him. He's been around the tractor long enough. Dad's coaching him. And what would be prouder than Alan Paulson here on Father's Day to watch his son Kyle put that thing in the lead? Never know. We'll hope the best. We'll all cross our fingers for him and wish the best for Kyle. Deere Addiction, Paulson Crest Farms out of Columbus. Kyle Paulson, Dad helping him get the straps tight. The last few words of wisdom, and have fun. Get the chain tight, wind her up, and let her loose. Here we go, let's watch Kyle Paulson's first run. Woo! Thank you, buddy.